So hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. Today we're going to be looking at Toaplan Arcade 1 on the Evercade. Let's get started. So here we have Evercade Toaplan Arcade 1. It comes complete with 8 games. Some of them you may have heard of, some you might not have. We've got Tiger-Heli, Guardian, Alcon, Flying Shark, Truxton, Zero Wing, Snow Bros and Teki-Paki. And if you look at the asterisks here, it pretty much tells you that these games are compatible with the Evercade EXP TATE mode, which we'll obviously be using in the video coming up. Now, one thing I want to complain about these new style carts is that if you've got some special things included in the box, it doesn't close as easy. Sometimes it just flops open and it doesn't fully close. Now that obviously indicates that we have something in here. We've obviously got the cartridge, which is really nice as usual. You've got your manual, but before we go to the manual, I'll show you we've got a freebie, which is a kind of a poster. And it looks like a full-size sort of poster. So once you actually start to put them in here, it really is difficult to actually get them closed, which is a little bit of a pain. But yeah, anyway, so moving on, let's have a look at the actual manual as usual. A little bit about Toaplan, some information there all the way back in the early 80s that they were founded. Some info there. There's a few pages on actually the makers of the games as well, which is kind of quite cool. Nice touch if you get some time to read through that. Might get you some tips on some of the games. Got information about Tiger-Heli. As usual, got some tips here and all the sort of controls within each game. And it tells you up here obviously best in TATE mode in the manual as well, which is helpful. What would be really helpful if they'd actually put that in the actual system itself, because if you turn on the games it doesn't actually give you that best in EXP TATE mode on the actual cart when you're playing it, so that would be quite helpful I think. But most people should probably know which games are best in TATE mode. Once you kick them up you will know. There's a full middle page spread on Toaplan information from the different creators of the games. Flying Shark, Truxton, which is quite cool, Zero Wing, nice game. More information about Toaplan, which is kinda cool. The one thing about this cart, okay, yep, they are very heavily involved in shoot 'em ups, but there are a few other games that are not shoot 'em ups in here, and they're pretty good ones as well. But yeah, this one is definitely for the shoot 'em up fan. If you don't like shoot 'em ups, you might not like this cart as much as someone that does love that stuff. Anyway, let's get this on to the EXP, and we'll get some gameplay. Okay, so we've got this inserted into the EXP, probably the best way of playing it just now, given the fact that there's a lot of TATE mode compatible games. There's 8 games, obviously a little bit more than the Ireme collection, which is definitely welcome. I think we definitely need more games on these carts. Obviously it helps if they're decent games. And these are all pretty decent games, I think. Some are pretty hard though. I think these are definitely going to suit the shoot 'em up specialist that loves a hardcore tough challenge. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started with some of these games. I will have to play these in TATE mode because that's the best way of playing it. So let's look at the first one. We got Alcon. And it's basically pretty simple stuff. I think most of these games just use 2 buttons, so it's pretty simple. Mostly firepower and bombs, I guess, in general. Some information about Alcon. Anyway, pretty interesting. This one's from 1986. This is the standard way of playing it, but yeah, this is not what you got your EXP for, as it is to play these games in the TATE mode. Yeah, you can click the stars and it helps you sort of boost up, give you the power-ups at the bottom of the screen. You can press the A button and activate them. So it goes from speed to side, shooting, wings, that kind of thing. You get loads of sort of power-ups as you go. But for me, this one is super, super hard. And I find it really difficult trying to concentrate and click the stars, avoid the incoming firepower at all times. I very rarely last very long in this game at all. I find it really tough. But see, we've got a quick sort of boost, but yeah, it really didn't help me much at all, did it? Okay, I'm going to sort of zoom in as far as I possibly can so you can get a good view of the actual screen. Obviously, I need to get some credits inserted. Try and put it at an angle so you can see it properly. Definitely the best way of playing it, I guess. Is it comfortable playing in TATE mode? I'm not so sure. I think you really need to maybe have it resting on something, because it can actually maybe sort of hurt your wrists after a little while. It can be a little bit sore, but I guess that might go away through sort of extensive use, I guess. We'll see. But this one is tough as nails. Trying to avoid all the incoming fire. There's just so much of it, it's really crazy. Try and concentrate and clicking the stars and then activating them as well at the same time. Now, if you want to get rid of those top and bottom bars, you can stretch the screen, but sometimes it kind of gives that stretched effect. It will be less so in some games and worse than others, but yeah, it's just an option if you don't really want to see those crazy borders. I'm kind of doing my best to try and collect the sort of stars and avoid all these the incoming firepower. I just feel sometimes drawn towards it. This is a super tough game. I know that I'm not particularly good at this genre of games, but I think this one's hard, very hard. Okay, so the next game is Flying Shark. This kinda feels a little bit similar, to be honest, to me. Graphically a little bit different, I guess. This was a notable upgrade in arcade hardware for Toaplan. It was the first of the company's games to use a 16-bit 68,000 processor. Interesting. And it paid off, and the game was the first of Toaplan's arcade titles to crack 10,000 sales. Interesting stuff. Again, bomb and fire, pretty simple stuff again with the controls. Let's get started. Again, this is a TATE mode game. I'd like to see like something up here that says this game is better in TATE mode, just so that you know. Obviously when you start you will know right away it's better in TATE mode. Let's swivel it back around. Let's get a cart. Let's get a credit stuck in. Now, apologies, my gameplay won't be particularly amazing at these games because I just can't get my head around it. I'm not very good at shoot 'em ups. Maybe that's why I don't like them. I don't know. But I die frequently. I just feel drawn to the firepower rather than avoid it. Weird as heck. But definitely you can see these games just ooze quality. That is so obvious looking at them. Really good. If you love your shoot 'em ups, I think you're really going to enjoy these. The challenge is definitely high though. As you can see, the enemies just come from nowhere and instantly shoot at you. Absolutely no chance. In some of these games, unfortunately, even though you've got instant credits, once you've sort of lost all your lives, that's it, it's game over, regardless. Which is a little bit of a shame. It's not the same with every game, but some of these it's basically game over, nothing you can do about it. Let's use some of my bombs to try and make some kind of progress. Oh. Yep, apologies, I'm not trying to be bad at these games, I'm just naturally bad at these games. Oh my god, I'm still surviving. How the heck did I manage it? It's all about trying to concentrate, but there's so much going on, I've just absolutely no chance sometimes. Just avoid everybody instead of firing them. Help! How did I get this far? Oh wow. Hard as nails again. I probably preferred that slightly more to Alcon, but still absolutely solid, and I made 14th on the table. Superb. Okay, a little bit of a sort of change up. We've got Guardian, which is a kind of a side-scrolling beat-em-up kind of thing. So you're this powerful combat robot, and you've got a couple of moves to your arsenal. Punch and kick. Sounds familiar. Yeah, this one didn't do so well for Toaplan, but yeah, here it is on the cart. It's a nice change from shooters. We've got punch and kick, but yeah, is it amazing? I really don't know. Let's have a look. This is from 1986 as well. Let's get started. We got 6 levels to go through. And this one is pretty hard as well, and unfortunately you can't continue after you've gamed over as well. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. And the weirdest thing is the character is forever moving. You can't really do anything about it unless you do this and push down to duck. That's the only way to sort of stop the scrolling, so that is bizarre. Weird as heck. If you don't press anything, you're pretty much forever sort of moving. Very odd. Weird. Yeah, it's not the most technically amazing game that you'll ever sort of see or play. It just seems very basic, but it's actually not too bad. It's kind of fun to play. Probably totally undemanding, but it does get pretty tricky. There is a jump and duck, but yeah, you just kind of try and press the button as much as you can, stop this thing from hitting you, and it'll eventually go. Probably not the best tactics to play that. Yeah, maybe want to utilise those save states in this game because it's pretty tricky. It gets harder from this point. Nice music, I guess. Oh, these enemies take 2 hits to die. Oh, and they chuck something at you. I don't know what that is. Some kind of thing. What is it? Oh, I'm turning yellow. What does that mean? I don't have a scoop. That mean I'm going to die? Yes! Maybe. Okay, one good thing is once you die there, you don't have to go back to the start, so that's nice. Don't know what those balloons are. Maybe it's like power-ups or something. Very weird. I feel like, definitely a lot harder in the second level here. Yeah. Ice Ancient. Yeah, if you're lucky enough, you might get to the boss at the end of that ice level. And then die instantly. Again. That's actually not bad, but a bit limited, I'd say. Okay, let's move on to the 4th game. This is Snow Brothers. A little bit different as well, which is nice. It's kind of a platforming game where you need to sort of clear the screen, basically. We've got a few games on the Evercade that are a little bit similar to this. Snow Brothers can knock out all enemies in a stage with a single snowball. Interesting. Anyway, let's have a look at the controls. Fire, kick, snowball. Interesting. Okay, let's get started with that one. I definitely like these type of games. It can be good fun. I think there's a few different versions. It definitely made a few different consoles, I think. Snow Bros. So you got jump, and obviously you can fire your snowball. But don't touch the enemies, you will die instantly. Definitely good fun. So you need to try and sort of cover your enemies with loads of snow to become a big ball and then take them out somehow. Like that. And destroy them. Clear the screen, move on. Kinda cool. Again, you can probably play this as a 2-player game, but only on the VS. So you can't do that on the EXP. Yet. Maybe that'll happen at some point. Who knows. Feels as if they are missing a trick by not having some kind of link up by Wi-Fi or something. That would be quite good fun. But then again, you still have to have 2 EXPs, wouldn't you? Oh, I don't think I've destroyed that one completely. Let's try again. Oh! Certainly be a challenge to try and take them all out at the same time. I think some levels will be easier to do that than others. Oh! That guy was having none of it. Ah, darn. Kind of tricky to sort of get them out of that corner. Doesn't really look like a snowball, does it? If you look at it, it kind of looks more like some kind of firepower rather than a snowball. Weird. Well, it's difficult not to enjoy this game. There's no doubt it's really good fun. Pretty simple. Totally undemanding. If you've maybe got a spare 5-10 minutes waiting on something, maybe on the bus or whatever, this would be great fun just to mess about with. Anyway guys, I think we'll move on. You can see that's pretty good fun. I quite like that. We're moving on to Teki-Paki. So Teki-Paki, it's a kind of a puzzle block game. And they don't have to be in a straight line at all. They can just be blocked together. I think it's 4 or 5 you can put them and they will disappear. This is perfect for your handheld. Rotate block with your either A or B. easy peasy controls. Let's get started. This is from 1991. Now obviously this is designed as a 2-player game as well, so if you've got a VS and you've got a friend you want to play with, perfect. You can challenge each other. But for this it's obviously single player, me. Try and match up the colours in groups of 4 or 5 I think it is. Don't have to be in a straight line, just need to, well it's 5, definitely 5. I love these type of games, certainly fell in love with them ever since Tetris I guess. Cool. Oh. Yeah, this is nice. Just a pity we can't get rid of that second player so that you can get this in full screen a little bit. That would be kind of cool, but yeah, just one small drawback I guess. Oh, blue. Oh, doesn't even need to be directly touching, see that? Diagonally touching, it still managed to get rid of it. Interesting. It's getting faster, that means it's getting harder. Oh, don't think too hard about that one. Oh my. I think I'm going to struggle here. Oh. Yeah, can't see the wood for the trees unfortunately here. Damn. This is going to end badly. Oh, it's a miracle. Oh man. Yeah, I'm failing spectacularly now. Oh darn. Oof. Sometimes you'll probably clear some of this without really meaning it. I'm not going to claim I was meaning half of this. Oh no, 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 over there. Yep. Oh my god. Well, that was fun. Oh, meant that to go there. There, no, oh no, meant that to go. Oh no, it's all going so wrong. Oh my god. Oh no, this is just going bad. Yeah, it's going bad. I feel as if I have no control what to do now. Yep, meant that. How the heck did I manage that? All in the wrist, pure skill. Anyway guys, I think we'll move on. It's kind of a fun. We'll probably save more progress on that one. Definitely fun, really enjoy that. Sometimes I feel as if I've not got an awful lot of control over what I'm doing. It's just happening by complete accident. Okay, back to the shoot 'em ups. Yay! Okay, so Tiger-Heli is the next one. This one definitely reminds me of the first two that we played, Alcon and the other one. So Tiger-Heli. It was developed by those folks. Don't forget you can use your bombs defensively, blah de blah blah. Yep, I'll remember that when I'm dying. Yep, this will be a TATE mode special game. Let's get started. 1985 this is from. Tiger-Heli. Interesting name. Let's get the TATE mode on. Yeah, this is pretty much a lot like the other first two games that we've played. Certainly has that familiar feel where I'm going to die any minute. Yeah. So I've got the sound turned down just a little bit, just so you can actually hear me talk, otherwise it'll be too loud. Sometimes I feel as if the EXP sound just isn't as high as it could be, but just for the purpose of this video I have actually turned it down very, very slightly. So this one probably isn't quite as hard as the first two games. As you can see, I'm still alive, which is a miracle. Oh, I spoke too soon. So in some of these games you can actually just hold the button and it will fire rather than constantly pressing it, but it's obviously a kind of an intermittent rate. So something I prefer to just maybe keep pressing it anyway. You can pretty much shoot at everything that's there, cars, buildings. Pretty nice. I think this is probably my favourite one of the shooters so far. But yeah, I'm still pretty garbage at it, to be fair. And yeah, I've died without even using my bombs. I don't know what it is, I'm just no good at these games, and I apologise, but that one's pretty fun. It was probably better than the other two, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure everyone will disagree with that. Okay, moving on to Truxton, which many probably will think this is the best game on the cart, but might be one of the most recognised games. Again, it's just fire and bomb. I think there was a Mega Drive version of this as well, might have been a few other versions. I remember playing the Mega Drive too, and it's a pretty decent version. Yeah, there's something, some information there about the game. This is the most fondly regarded of games. Like I said, I think this is probably the one that most people think is maybe the best game on the cart. Don't know, not sure. Let's have a quick bash. Again, just like the others, it's pretty hard to play. Oh yeah, let's get this TATE mode on. Oh. Starts off pretty well, but it does get hard. Really tough. Yeah, you can see why people regard this as one of the better games on this cart. This is fantastic. Hey! Quite interesting that you can scroll a slight bit to the left and right as well in a lot of these games, not just up and down. I don't think you really need to kill everything, also I'm just a little bit overkill there. I'm quite amazed I've not died yet. Must have fluked it. Or it's just complete skill. I'm going to go with skill. Yep, I'm going to complete this game in one sitting. Oh no, sorry, I'm not. That's what happens when you get cocky. I'm never defeating any of these games in one sitting. Collect those P, I think they're the sort of bombs, I guess. Yeah, your extra weapon that helps. Don't forget about it. Oh, different firepower. Ah, I think I preferred the other one. This one's rubbish. Ah dear, I could see that coming. At least been 15 seconds overdue. This one is fun, absolutely no doubt about it. This one is certainly my favourite by far. Of the games so far. This is excellent, really good. Brilliant in TATE mode. I have to say though, my hands are getting a little bit sore playing in the TATE mode. It feels a little bit uncomfortable, just obviously because I'm trying to record at the same time, but that is cool. This firepower is super cool. Yeah, I don't tend to last long when you get to these bosses, unfortunately. I tried. Yeah, cool game, really good. Possibly one of the best games in the cart there, but it's solid, it's hard, they're all difficult. Okay, on to the last game, and it's Zero Wing. And this is probably my favourite game on the cart. That's the shoot 'em up, that is. This is really, really good. This is Zero Wing. And it's not a TATE mode game, it is a side-scrolling shoot 'em up, which is a nice sort of change from the others that are on the cart. Yeah, and there's all the usual history and blurb about the game. The arcade version of Zero Wing may be missing the famous "All your base are belong to us, the best English you'll ever read." But yeah, it's I've definitely heard that one before. Pretty cool. That was on the console port apparently. Let's have a quick look at the the controls. Press A to suck, hold, blow, press if something held. Interesting. Suck and blow, fantastic. Let's play the Zero Wing from 1989. Going to be rapidly pressing that A button, that's for sure. Oh, you can play as 2-player as well. Some of the 2-player games are chances each, right enough, rather than at the same time. I guess this could be one of those that are chances each. Yeah, let's get a bash at this. This one's fun, and yeah, I really like this one. Maybe because I don't suck at it, I don't know. That could be one of the reasons. But I think, personally, I think this is potentially the best shoot 'em up on this cart. Absolutely. I've enjoyed this one. This is my favourite firepower as well. And you can, obviously, as it tells you in the manual, you can suck up the enemies and then use them as a weapon as well, which is kind of strange, but nice. I'll try and use that in a little minute. Oh. Okay, here's an example. So you can suck up, pressing the suck up button. And you can fire them at enemies as well, which is quite cool, quite different. I think what I like about this game as well, it's not quite as hard. You can continue, just put in another continue and you can continue straight away. Rather the other games, once you die, you have to start all over again from the beginning, which is a complete pain and just causes frustrating. But I guess it's different to everybody. Everybody likes something different, and I think this one is definitely the best. It's good fun. I'll certainly be playing a lot more of this. Not sure about the rest of the games because I find them frustratingly difficult, but I'll certainly be playing this one a little bit more. Oh, this one's a bomb. Nice. Right, turn down the sound a little bit there. I don't know why it sort of jumped up. You can see the difference in the sound quality. Some games the sound is pretty high, sometimes it's pretty low. I'm not sure if that's a game issue or it's an EXP issue, not entirely sure. It does seem to jump up at times too quiet, at times too loud. Well, not too loud, just louder than normal. Weird. Yeah, I don't really like this firepower much. Yeah. So guys, that's the Toaplan cart. A pretty good cart, I think. Pretty tricky. This is obviously a boss battle. A lot of really tough shooters, very much for the hardcore that love their sort of shoot 'em ups. Me, I'm not a big fan, but I can certainly recognise that these games are really high quality stuff, no doubt about that. There's other games on there that are pretty good as well. Overall, I can't really fault this cart. I can't fault it for the fact that I'm terrible at shoot 'em ups. That would be really unfair. I can see that they are really high quality. And there's a lot of fun to be had. Even if you don't like shooters, you might even still enjoy some of these games. So I definitely recommend this one. It's really good fun. Very high quality, and maybe we'll even see a sequel to Toaplan cart, because you can clearly see that they produce some high quality games. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. No idea what this is. Instant death, that's what it is. Trust me, I'm not trying to die. I know it doesn't look that way. Jeez. Oh, for the love of... Goodbye. And goodbye to you, the viewer, as well. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.